All right, mic is on. What's going on, everyone? Give me one moment here. Just want to make sure I am live. Yes, Peyton is back this week for our presentation. We'll see how long she lasts, but yeah, she'll be around. So, all right, here we go. One moment here. All right, looks like we are live. I want to make sure that the sound is playing. Let's see. Give me 1 sec. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right. Nope, don't grab my mic. Okay, that was on the live. All right, guys, we're going to get started here. So tonight is actually going to be a pretty special presentation for me. It's something that I'm super passionate about. Why I'm a coach, why I am running this Facebook group as well, which is all about home workouts, nutrition coaching tips or nutrition secrets. And it's geared a little bit towards busy parents just because I am a busy parent. But honestly, a lot of these tips can go for anyone, whether you're in your 20s or in your 50s or 60s or don't have kids or have kids who live outside the house or whatever it is. This is a very important presentation. It's all about losing weight, but it's losing weight in a realistic way that's sustainable long term. And this is going to be a 3-part series because there is so much information behind this. Tonight I'm only going to try to cover 2 topics. I'm going to try to not get on a rant where we cover a lot more, but we're going to try to cover 2 major topics today. It's going to be mindset and then calories in or out, and I'm going to give you some takeaways from tonight. And then as we progress forward into more weeks, we're going to dive deeper into macronutrients, daily habits, and some tips when you're like super busy and stressed and life gets in the way. Like, how can you still keep up with your health? How can you actually keep up with your weight loss goals? Okay, so let's dive into part number 1. So, yeah, what do you think? All right, so part number 1, we're going to be talking all about mindset. Mindset is so important when you're trying to start a weight loss journey, or whether you're trying to lose weight now or keep it off. Mindset plays such a key role into losing weight and making it sustainable. So, my first tips on mindset. You have to make changes to actually create change. It sounds so simple and so stupid, but people tend to forget that. They try to take on these diets or take on these exercise programs and they try to work them into their life, when in reality, you might have to make changes to your actual life in order to create changes. Because when we try to add more into our already packed life, chances are those new habits of like working out daily or eating healthy, those are going to be the first things that drop because they're the new things and because you already have established habits. All right, I'm going to try to put her down for a second. I hope that makes sense. So think about it like this. Here you go. Think about it like this. You have years and years and years of habits that are just what your body and your mindset is built off of. If you try to just add on more habits like exercise, once you get once life gets in the way, once you get stressed, once you get busy, that exercise is probably the first thing to go. So instead, you might have to make some changes to your life to actually create change. So you might have to replace exercise with something in your life that's not getting you to your goals. Okay? So keep that in mind. The second one, be in the right mindset to make a change. You're creating change in your body, and we're going to dive into the science of things a little bit deeper today and in the following weeks, but you're creating change in your body. It's stressful on your body to actually lose weight. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It just means in order to lose weight, you have to be eating less and moving more in order to get yourself in a calorie deficit. So you have to be in the right mindset to actually do that. If you think it's going to be a cakewalk, if you think it's going to be super easy, then chances are you're going to realize that it gets hard, and when it gets hard, you're going to want to drop that thing. So be in the right mindset and know that there's going to be challenging times. It doesn't mean it has to be extremely hard. It just means that you have to be aware that there are going to be challenging times in your weight loss journey. Okay? Next one. Think long term, not 30 days. And I know I'm guilty of this because I've always talked about how do you lose weight in the next 30 days? Here's this 21-day challenge, things like that. But that's a little bit more of a marketing ploy to get you started and get you on the right track. But for your weight loss journey, I want you to think long term, not 30 days. These last 3 points, I kind of went on a rant by myself writing these, but they go together. Think long term, not 30 days, small steps and big goals. And the last one is health is a lifelong journey. You have to remember that. You're not getting through 30 days, losing 10 pounds, and you're like, well, that was good. All right, cool. I did it. I'm going to go back to my old life. Like health is a lifelong journey. As soon as you get to your goal weight, how do you sustain it? How do you make exercise a part of your daily routine? How do you make movement a part of your daily routine? How do you make healthy eating a part of your daily routine? These are all things that you should be working towards. Yes, you want those quick goals. You want those quick wins in the first 30 days. You want those small steps. You want that 5 pounds loss. You want that 10 pounds loss. But what are the big goals? And it should be lifelong health. Okay, it should be getting to your big goal, so setting those big goals, whether it's 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 pounds lost, whatever it is. But then it's how do you sustain that? How do you make it part of your everyday life? How do you enjoy it? Okay, it shouldn't be something that you're just fighting yourself to exercise every single day. It should be something that's just a part of your daily life, and that comes from the right mindset of entering your weight loss journey, okay? So again, think of your weight loss journey as to get to that weight, but overall, think of this as a lifelong journey to good health, okay? I know it's a little cheesy, but honestly, it's the truth, okay? All right, next one. We're going to go over to calories in versus calories out. I'm going to touch on the science today. We're going to dive a little bit deeper again in the next couple weeks. But what does it actually take to lose weight? You have to be burning more calories than you're taking in, than you're eating, okay? So every kind of food has a calorie. And when we're moving around like this, I'm burning calories. I'm actually burning calories just standing here too, okay? Our body's always burning calories. So in order to lose weight, we have to be, again, okay, come here. Burning more calories than we are taking in, than we are eating. Now, the problem with this, well, actually, let me back up for a second. When people tend to try to lose weight, they tend to pick a diet. Think keto, think paleo, think Whole30, think vegan, think fasting, things like that. Those, I'm going to say gimmicky, they work. I'm not saying that they don't work, but they're gimmicky diets in order to trick yourself into putting yourself into a calorie deficit. All right? The problem with those is that some people have a hard time keeping up with those long term, okay? Now, I want to get into our instincts. So, how do I put this the right way? When you ask someone how many calories they eat, they probably have no idea. And not to be mean, but you probably have no idea, or you're going to give me an answer like, I don't know, around 2,000, when you don't really know how many calories you eat, because our instincts might be off from years of either bad habits or honestly just our societies. And what I mean by that is that when you go to a restaurant, when we go out to dinner, honestly, it might be like 1,000 to 1,500 calorie meal. That's just the way restaurants work. They want to give you the most flavor. They want to give you, damn, look at that huge steak and that huge baked potato and a whole bottle of wine. Well, and then at the end of the night, you realize, well, you don't realize, but you just ate like 1,500 calories right there in one meal easily. And the more that we do that over the years, like think going out for sushi. For me, that was a big eye opener. Like I could take down 5 sushi rolls, but what I didn't realize is that I was taking in like 1,500 calories. You know, those sushi rolls with all the nice mayo sauces on there, maybe some sake as well. Oh yeah. But yeah, it's just years of doing that. Our instincts are thrown off. We tend to eat a lot more without us even knowing, and we don't even know how many calories we eat in general. All right, so what I always suggest is tracking your calories for a few days to see where you're at. Now, in order to do that, you have to know what your baseline calories should even be. And there's calculations online. If you Google search, like calculate my calories in a day, it's going to pull up a calculation. You enter like your height, your weight, your age, your gender, and then it's going to spit out amount that you can aim for. And that's an estimate of like your maintenance calories, like how many calories you burn in a day. And then if you eat that exact same amount, you're going to equal it out and you're not going to lose weight. But then if you take your calories that you should eat and lower it and hit that on a daily basis, then you're going to put yourself in what's a calorie deficit, which is going to make you lose weight. Okay? So that's going to be the most accurate. So there's 2 ways that people do this. I've kind of touched on this. I just want to review it. You can cut out foods. You can pick a diet, and chances are that's going to trick yourself into putting into your calorie deficit. There's no magic behind it. It's just cutting out foods that we tend to overeat. Things like breads, things like pastas, things like, I don't know, what else? Carbs. Okay, the keto diet. All right, I just want you to eat this fat and this protein, every single day. Well, you didn't realize that fat and protein are super satiating, and all you're doing is just cutting out so many foods that you're putting yourself in a calorie deficit. I want you to intermittent fast. Yeah, there's a little science behind intermittent fasting and rejuvenation of cells and things like that, which is awesome. But what does intermittent fasting actually do? It just cuts out the amount of calories that you're eating. It puts you in a calorie deficit, and that's why you lose weight. All right? So you can do that. Or you can be a little bit more accurate and actually count your calories. Yes, it can be a pain in the butt, but it is most accurate. Okay? I know this can be a pain, especially if you have a busy life, but honestly, like, that's what you want, right? You want a lifelong journey. It doesn't mean you have to track your calories every single day for the rest of your life. It just means you're going to have a better knowledge point of how many calories you actually eat in a day. You might find that you eat like 1,000 calories in a day, or you might find that you can easily eat 3,500 calories in a day, and you might be around that like 2,000 calorie mark that you should actually be eating. All right, and I hope that makes sense. You know, there's a lot there. There's a lot of science. Next week, I'm going to break down the science even more. But the point is, you have to understand that our normal instincts to eat are thrown way off, and it just comes from years and years and years of eating a lot, not really paying attention to portions. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. You know, sometimes we tend to undereat. Most of the time we tend to overeat easily. And there's foods that we tend to overeat more, like chips, like fatty foods, like dressings, things like that, that are very calorie dense, that throw us into a calorie surplus. And if we're not moving with our exercise, then it adds on body fat. No matter what, even if it's super healthy food, you could eat a salad every single day, load on the dressing, and if you're in a calorie surplus, hey, you're going to gain weight. I hate to break it to you. So we have to listen to our instincts, yes, but also look into the science of actually like what we should actually be eating. And then the more you do that, then your body comes back into a homeostasis where it can instinctively be like, whoa, I've had too much, because you're actually eating the right amount, and you can listen to your body. Okay? And then you can realize, like those days where you eat a huge meal and you're like, oh my God, I'm so stuffed, I need to sit on the couch. Well, guess what? What does that mean? That probably means you way overate by like 1,000 calories. And if you actually track your food, you can see that. Okay? And again, you don't have to track your food every single day for the rest of your life, but it's a good homework assignment to do to learn more. Okay? So, key takeaways here. I'm actually going to start with the bottom one. What's your long-term and short-term goal? Your long-term goal should be long-term health, like for everyone. It shouldn't be to get 30 pounds down and quit, right? It should be, I want to get 30 pounds down and maintain that for the rest of my life, or whatever it is, okay? So write out your long-term goal, and then write out some short-term goals from there. You can cut that back. Every month I want to lose 4 pounds. And you can write it down, put it on your bathroom mirror, and look at it every single day to remind yourself, okay? That's number one. And again, remember these 3. If you take away anything from tonight, I would honestly remember these 3. Think long-term, not 30 days, more. Think long-term health, small steps to big goals, and health is a lifelong journey, okay? And then finally, my last point is track your calories for a day. Pick a day during the week, Monday through Friday, and pick a day on the weekend and see the difference, because that's another problem with people that we can dive into next week when we dive more into calories and macronutrients there, okay? All right, I hope this helps you guys. Again, there's a lot more to this, but this is just the start right here. Get in the mindset. If you're someone who is starting their weight loss journey now, or has put it off for a little bit and really wants to achieve their long-term goals, then get in the right mindset, start looking at calories, and I will see you for the next episode of this. Yeah? All right. I'll see you guys later. Say bye to Peyton. Bye. All right, guys. Thanks for showing up.